Hello, good day. How are you today? You're good, right? Okay. Are you ready for today's lesson? Okay, good. Today in civic education, we're going to be looking at human rights. Okay? Our topic for today in civic education is on human rights. So are we ready for the lesson? Under today's lesson, we are going to be looking at the definition of human rights, types of rights, limitations of human rights, nationalism, and lastly, roles of nationalist leaders in nation building. Okay? So first we are going to be looking at the meaning of human rights. Human rights refer to the fundamental rights and freedoms that every individual is entitled to, regardless of factors like race, gender, religion, or nationality. These rights are considered inherent to all human beings. Okay, do you understand? Human rights are basic freedoms and protections everyone should have, no matter who they are. Okay? Human rights are the basic rights and freedom that inherently belong to every individual, regardless of factors such as race, gender, religion, or nationality. They are the fundamental freedoms and fair treatment that everyone should have, no matter who they are. And they include things like right to life, equality, making sure everyone is treated with dignity and fairness. Do you understand? Now let's look at types of rights. We have civic rights, include personal freedoms like freedom of speech and the right to a fair trial. Okay, personal rights like freedom of speech and a fair trial. There's a political rights, involved participation in government and elections, ensuring citizens have a say. Having a say in elections and government rights. Social rights, focus on well-being, covering areas like education, healthcare, and housing. The well-being rights, covering education, healthcare, and housing. There's the economic rights, relates to work and a decent standard of living, ensuring fair economic conditions. Work and living rights, ensuring fair economic conditions. There's the cultural rights, preserves one's identity, language, and cultural heritage. Preserving identity and heritage, cultural rights. Also environmental rights, centered on the right to live in a healthy environment. Living in a healthy environment. There is collective rights, pertaining to groups such as indigenous people's rights to self-determination. Group rights for groups like indigenous people's self-determination. Do you understand? So all these are types of rights. Okay? Do you understand that? Civic rights, political rights, social rights, economic rights, cultural rights, environmental rights, collective rights. Now we are going to be looking at limitations of human rights. Despite their importance, human rights can have limitations to ensure the well-being of society. Restrictions may be imposed in specific situations to protect public order, national security, or the rights of others. Do you understand? Human rights, while crucial, can have limitations to balance the needs of society, okay? Rights might be restricted to maintain public order and safety. Do you understand? Limitations may apply in cases affecting a country's national security. Restrictions may be necessary to protect the rights and freedoms of others. And also, rights might be limited during legal processes, ensuring a fair trial. Restrictions may be imposed for public health or moral reasons. Okay? So sometimes rights can be restricted to keep everyone safe. These limits aim to make sure everyone's rights are considered while keeping society balanced and secured. Okay? Do you understand that? Now let's look at nationalism. Nationalism is a strong pride and loyalty towards one's own country. It involves a deep connection to the nation's identity, culture, and often the desire for its independence and success. Do you understand? Nationalism is a political ideology that emphasizes the importance of a shared national identity and pride in one's own country, okay? It often involves a sense of loyalty and devotion to the nation. Do you understand that? Nationality is really loving and being proud of your own country. It's about feeling a strong connection to its identity and culture, and often wanting your country to do well and be independent. So that is what nationalism means. Let's look at the roles of nationalist leaders in nation building. Nationalist leaders play key roles in building a strong and united nation. By unification, unification. Nationalist leaders may work towards unifying diverse regions or groups within a nation. Okay, unifying people, bringing together different groups within the country, making sure everyone feels like part of the same team, okay, bringing people together. Another role, independence. Nationalist leaders often play a key role in achieving independence from colonial rule or foreign domination. Fighting for independence, leading efforts to free the nation from colonial rule, leading the charge to free the country from others' rule, fighting for freedom. There are people who fought for Nigeria's independence. Nigeria was under the colonial rule, but there are some nationalist leaders that fought for our independence. Identity formation. They contribute to creation and promotion of a national identity that binds citizens together. creating a national identity, forming a shared sense of who the people are as a nation. Okay? Making sure everyone knows what it means to be part of their country, creating a national identity. Institution building. Nationalist leaders may establish or strengthen institutions that form the foundation of a nation. Building important institutions, establishing key structures that make the nation work and prosper. Okay, setting things up, creating important things that keeps the country going and growing. Do you understand that? So these are the roles of nationalist leaders in nation building, okay? So today's lesson on human rights, we understood everything we talked about, right? We looked at the meaning of human rights, types of human rights, limitations of human rights, nationalism, and lastly, roles of nationalist leaders in nation building. So we understood everything we talked about. Okay, good. So next we are going to be looking at our assignment. I'm sure we're going to be able to do our assignment, right? Okay, that is good.